What's good, YouTube? It's your boy SB, and I'm back here with another sports break. In this video, we're going to be breaking down Week 9 of the NFL, going through the top 3 games, seeing what the teams did well, what they did bad, and the things that they need to work on. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. The first game we're going to be covering this week is the Steelers versus the Cowboys. Now, the Steelers is one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding one of the best defenses into Dallas to face a team that only has 2 wins. And they're starting their 4th quarterback this season. So you might be wondering, how was this one of the top 3 games of the week? Well, let's get into the highlight. Steelers get the first possession. They try a few shots down the field, but can't cash in on any of them. Cowboys start their first drive with a huge completion to Amari Cooper. He's pushed out of bounds. After 3 straight runs to Zeke, Pollard comes in and rips off this huge run. But the number 1 team in sacks get a huge one on 3rd down. Forces Dallas to kick a field goal and they go up by 3. Steelers go 3 and out. Cowboys are unable to move the ball, but they have to punt to end the quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, Pittsburgh opens the quarter with a nice play to Claypool. They arrive at 3rd and 1, and that gets stuffed as they are unable to convert. They then decide to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of the tie. Failed to gain anything on that play. Gilbert out here showing out, breaking out of sacks and running for the 1st down. On the next play, he rips off another big run. This gives Dallas some juice on the field. Gilbert runs the play action to perfection and finds his tight end downfield. Caps off the drive with a touchdown throw to rookie CeeDee Lamb, and the Cowboys go up by 10. Steelers go 3 and out, but Dallas has some trickeries on the special teams. They throw it across the field, and now they're off and running. But an extremely stupid penalty ruins the fun and brings the ball all the way back. Cowboys still move the ball well and get 3, now up 13-0. Steelers finally decide to wake up and Roethlisberger completes a completion of throws to wide receivers making difficult catches. Ben drops this dime on Washington for a touchdown, gets them on the board. They missed the extra point and still trail 13-6. Gilbert and the Cowboys try to put up some points before the half, but a fumble by rookie CeeDee Lamb gives the ball back to the Steelers. After missing the easy field goal early in the game, Boswell was able to make one from the logo before half. Makes it 13-9. Start of the 3rd quarter, Cowboys try to regain the momentum they lost with chunk plays. This one goes to Michael Gallup. Then this big run by Tony Pollard to get them into field goal range. They are able to put the ball through the uprights and they expand the lead to 7. After a Steeler punt, Cowboys put together another good drive. Starting this run by Pollard. Zeke finally gets involved and eats up some yards for the 1st down. Tries to convert a 3rd and long, but is down short of his elbow. But they settle for the 3 and they make the score 19-9. If you were wondering where Juju is, he's right here making big plays for a 1st down. Ben then looks his way again to move the chains on 3rd and 10. Start of the 4th quarter. We all heard of bad Juju, but he was really good on this drive. Finds the end zone from this dart from Ben. After missing the extra point earlier in the game, this attempt gets blocked to allow Dallas to keep a 2-possession lead. Special teams continue to struggle for the Steelers as Dallas gets a huge return to set them up with amazing field position. Cowboys feed the beast that is Zeke. He's able to find some room down the field into the red zone. Gilbert then makes the first mistake of the game. He's trying to throw out of a sack, throws the ball up for grabs, and it is grabbed by Micah Fitzpatrick for a pick. Van Der Esch makes a good tackle but can't control his emotion and throws what appears to be a punch. This cost his team 15 more yards. Steelers can't make them pay for it and is only able to get 3 on the drive, now 19-18. Cowboys forced the punt and they give up a big chunk play to Johnson to put the Steelers in the red zone. Eric Ebron jumps over another grown man and then dances his way into the end zone. Steelers take the lead with a little over 2 minutes left. Pittsburgh D staying strong, puts a lot of pressure on Gilbert, then show why they lead the league in sacks. Steelers then decide to try to ice the game with a 4th down conversion, but it fails to do so. Garrett Gilbert hits this laser to Lamb on the sideline. This puts them at midfield. He then completes this pass to Gallup to advance the ball into Hail Mary range. Gilbert steps up in the pocket, takes his shot to the end zone, but for the second week in a row, the Steelers are able to get a red zone stop to win the game. Steelers are making a bad habit of starting these games off slow. This is the 3rd straight game where they wasn't ready coming out of the gates, and it showed. Dallas got up early, and they held the lead for a while, and it's only because the Steelers have such a good defense that they were able to even come back in this game in the first place. The defense deserves a lot of respect, though. They have some good guys in the secondary that make plays, and the defensive line can get after any quarterback that's on the other side of the ball. They got after Ryan Tannehill. He's an MVP candidate, and they made the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson, look like a scrub last week. So kudos to the defense, but the offense has to start making plays early. They did come on late, and they did put their dominance on the team that only has 2 wins and is on their 4th starting quarterback this season. But it should never got to that point. They should have blew this team out from the beginning. But either or not, they still end up undefeated. They didn't lose the game. That's all that really matters. They're going to be one of the top teams in the league all season, and they deserve more respect than people give them. We'll see where I put them on my power rankings later in the week, but this wasn't really their best showing this week. Cowboys look like a different team this week. And it'd be rude for me not to start off with Garrett Gilbert. This guy was making plays all over the field, maintaining the lead, and made plays to help Zeke get the space that he needed. Gave his offense the juice that they haven't had since Dak Prescott got hurt. Picks in the red zone and field goals when they needed touchdowns was the ultimate decider in this game and the real reason that they lost. But they were able to stay competitive against one of the best teams in the league, an undefeated team, and they only have 2 wins. This division is still up for grabs. It's one of the worst divisions in the NFL, and you can still host a home game with a losing record. So don't count out the Cowboys just yet. They have an opportunity. They have to beat the Eagles. Definitely have to beat the Eagles and have to maintain some kind of lead in the worst division in the NFL. You don't want to be the last team in the worst division. Their schedule gets a little easier now that they knocked off, they played one of the best teams. It only gets easier from here downhill. The next game is the Dolphins versus the Cardinals. Now this game features 2 of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL in Kyler Murray and Tua Tagovailoa. These 2 didn't disappoint us in this game. They went back and forth the whole game and ended up being a really close one towards the end. This is 2 good teams with 2 good identical records, both fighting for the number 1 spot in their division. So without further ado, here's the highlights. After the Dolphins 3 and out, Kyler Murray takes this big run down the field. Dolphins then send the house at Murray on the next play, and it pays off as they get this strip sack, return for a touchdown. Murray orchestrates a drive with 2 big plays to Kirk that moved them to midfield. He continues to burn them with his legs and sets up a touchdown throw to Williams to tie the game at 7. Tua makes a beautiful throw to Preston Williams on the sideline to start the drive. Tua then completes a throw on the run to put them into the red zone. A spot-on throw over the middle on a crossing route leads to a tough touchdown run by Howard to retake the lead. Murray then zips a quick pass to the veteran Larry Fitzgerald. Start of the second quarter, that Fitzgerald play sets up a huge bomb to Kirk for an impressive touchdown throw. This 56-yard play ties the game. Tua connects on the deep ball to Williams to start this drive. Tua is then able to hook up with Williams again, and he pays the price for a touchdown. Murray is able to convert a 3rd down with a pass to the reliable Larry Fitzgerald. Kyler then uses his legs, moves the ball to the plus side of the field. Cardinals try to convert another third down, but the coverage is too good. They settle for 3, which makes this game 21-17 Dolphins. Holding penalty puts the Fins at 2nd and 20, where the Cards are able to introduce Tua to the ground. After the Cardinals 3 and out, Miami gets the ball back with 43 seconds left. They're able to drive down the field to the 50 for a field goal attempt, and he nails it from 56 yards, 24-17 at the half. Cards get the ball to open the half. Isabella decides to bring it out of the end zone, but runs into a wall and cannot hold on to the ball. Cardinals are able to recover the fumble, but the drive starts in terrible field position. Kyler starts to dig him out with a quick throw to Hopkins to start the drive. He puts the ball on the top shelf, and his receiver comes down with the catch at the same time as the defender. This play is called out of bounds on the field, but is changed to a questionable touchdown after review. Ties the game at 24. Pressure gets to Tua again and to kill a Dolphins response drive. Murray throws to a quiet Hopkins for an easy first down. He does the best Michael Vick impersonation and takes off for a huge run on 4th down. After a pass interference flag on defense, Kyler makes it look easy, rushes for a touchdown where he wasn't even touched. Tagovailoa arrives at a 3rd down on the 2nd drive, makes a great throw to convert. Then he faces another 3rd down, but does it himself as he leads the safety grabbing for air. Tua shows his toughness, throws a complete dart to the middle of the field. Tua able to slip out of a sack, get a big chunk play with his legs. He finds his tight end in the end zone to finish off the impressive drive by the Fins. Cards come to 3rd down, but Kyler takes matter into his own hands, but fails to get the first down. Cardinals decide to go for it on 4th and 1. They pick it up on the option play that was really all Kyler Murray. Tua is able to move the ball down the field with ease, able to find big completions down the field, sets up his cookie to give his team a late lead in the 4th quarter. Kyler uses play action, hits his deep threat Christian Kirk with a missile down the field. Cards are now back in business within field goal range, have the field goal in their back pocket, and are now trying to win the game. They go for the tie from 49 yards out. The kick does not have enough steam to get over the crossbar. It is no good. Arizona Cardinals have been able to enjoy a great start to the season this year. Their 2nd-year quarterback has made the next leap, and they've been able to beat some good teams this year. This turned out to be a shootout between the 2 young quarterbacks, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Now, the defense did get shredded by a rookie quarterback only making his 2nd start this season. But all in all, they played a really good game and had an opportunity to win at the end, which is all you can ask for. I don't think the Cardinals should worry about this loss too much, seeing that Seattle also lost this week, and they'll keep them kind of jousting for the top spot. But they played amazing. They looked good doing it. It's a little troublesome that the Dolphins defense was able to hold D-Hop to only 30 yards this game. And they gave up a lot of big plays to Christian Kirk and a lot of other plays down the field. It was obvious that the game plan was to focus on DeAndre Hopkins. And the Dolphins defense did a good job at following the game plan, and it was good enough for them to get the win. But that doesn't have any knock against the Cardinals. They played a good game. They tried their best, and they could have won the game at the end. So I wouldn't give too much stock into this loss. They're still one of the best teams in their division, and it's still going to come down to that Seattle-Arizona matchup that everybody's looking forward to. This win was really important for the Miami Dolphins. They needed this win to keep pace with the Buffalo Bills and to stay in the playoff race. A lot was made last week about Tua throwing for under 100 yards, but they played the Rams, who have Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald on their team. They cut him loose in this one, and he was able to throw for over 200 yards and have 3 touchdowns in the air and on the ground. He made plays all over the place with his arms and made something out of nothing with his legs. The defense was able to neutralize DeAndre Hopkins, who was one of the best wide receivers in the league, and made him a non-factor in this game. The Dolphins really going to be judged by the way that they play the Bills, and probably some of the games against the Patriots, even though there's a distant review for them. But the Bills definitely. They have to beat the Bills every time that they play the Bills in order to win the division. And in order for the Dolphins to have a real chance to make a playoff run, they need that one home game at least They need to win the division. They need to get a game in the Hard Rock Stadium for them to really have a chance to make some noise. But for this week, they beat a really good team that's one of the best in the league, and they're able to put up a good performance. And they didn't really look too bad. They haven't looked bad all week and all season. So big up to the Dolphins and big up to Tua. Kansas City Chiefs has started their title defense on the tear this season. Patrick Mahomes looks like an MVP candidate again, and he's been really amazing, and he was really good in this record-breaking game. They've looked unstoppable, they've looked unbeatable, and they look like they're on the way to another Super Bowl. But they ran into a Panthers team that was definitely on the prowl in this game. They get that main guy back in Christian McCaffrey, who missed a big chunk of the season due to a high ankle sprain. And the Panthers needed everything that McCaffrey could give them in this one. And his contribution made this game closer than they wanted to be. So without further ado, let's get to the highlights. The Panthers welcome back their best player on the first play of the game. Carolina puts wide receiver Samuel at running back. He's able to find some space. Teddy completes a short throw to Samuel on third down, but isn't able to convert it. Knowing they need touchdowns and not field goals, the Panthers have no choice but to go for it on fourth. C-Mac is left all alone and trots into the end zone for a touchdown. Mahomes starts his first possession with a throw to Tyreek Hill. He is then able to convert this first down to Kelsey right at the marker. Mahomes then has 3 straight incompletions, leading to a field goal attempt that is good. Second quarter, the Panthers come up on a 4th and 7 and go into punt formation, but it is a well-disguised fake as they connect to a wide-open receiver. After a short McCaffrey run, Teddy runs the flip play to Samuel. He takes it to the end zone without even being touched. Panthers take a 14-3 lead. Mahomes makes a deep throw to Hartman that is on a rope, moves the ball to 35. They can't move it much further from there and get 3 more on the field goal. C-Mac shows some strength and is picking up this first down. After 2 more plays to McCaffrey, the Panthers drive stalls out on the 3rd and long. Mahomes rips the Panthers defense with a lob pass to Kelsey over the middle. A screenplay to Hill almost gets them into the end zone, but is stuffed short. Andy Reid then pulls out what is called the Ferrari Mahomes, where he makes this amazing throw to the wide open receiver for a touchdown. Panthers now go 14-13. Teddy starts a 2-minute drive with a nice throw to Anderson here. Then he connects with Anderson again on the screen that gets them in the field goal position. The field goal kick is successful and Carolina expands their lead to 4. Start of the 3rd quarter, Mahomes makes it look easy and finds Kelsey over the middle. Places the ball between 2 defenders. Finds Kelsey again on the play action throw. He does the rest as he gallops down the field into the red zone. Panthers D able to bend but not break. They sack Mahomes with only a 3-man rush. They must feel really good to finally get him on the ground. Butker hooks the 48-yard field goal wide, and the Chiefs have nothing on this drive. Panthers give the ball to McCaffrey on back-to-back plays as they try to convert first downs. He fails miserably on both attempts, and the Panthers have to punt. Mahomes flicks his wrist, and the ball travels 30 yards down the field to guess who? Kelsey, who welcomes the defender to a stiff-arm helmet. Mahomes uses a couple of play fakes before he throws the touchdown to Edwards-Helaire. Chiefs take the lead. After a holding flag, the Panthers face 2nd and 20, but Teddy's not even able to look up before he's sacked. Teddy can't make the throw on 3rd and long, and Carolina has to get the ball back to a hot Chiefs offense. Kansas City comes up with a 3rd down, but it's not a problem for Mahomes as he gets a huge chunk play to Tyreek Hill. Start of the 4th quarter, Mahomes is not cooking with gas. Hits a wide open Hill for a touchdown. Mahomes becomes the youngest player to ever reach 100 touchdowns in the NFL. Needing to score, the Panthers start the drive with a good catch by Samuel. Teddy pulls it down, makes a dive for their first down line, and is able to get it. Then it's C-Mac's turn, making an amazing catch, and the Panthers are making a statement now in this game. Bridgewater tucks it away, takes it in for a touchdown. Mahomes converts 2 third downs on this drive. Ends with the bullet for Hill for a touchdown. C-Mac spins out of this tackle, fights his way for a tough first down. Anderson then completes a diving catch in order to keep this drive going. After McCaffrey steps out of bounds, Carolina hands him the ball the traditional way for a 1-yard touchdown. The onside kick attempt fails, but the Carolina D gets a huge sack. Chiefs come out in a funky formation that only amounts to a screen that goes nowhere. They face a 1st and 20, but converts it on the short throw to Davis and a long ball to Samuel that puts them at midfield, but not enough for a field goal. Instead of trying for the Hail Mary, they decide to try for the 67-yard field goal. This has no chance of being good, and the Chiefs squeeze out the win. The Carolina Panthers had no business being in this game, but they wanted to show that they belong, and they proved that. They got their lead guy back, and they showed why he was a workhorse. McCaffrey was all over the place, making plays all over the field, and he's the one that kept them competitive in this game. But the defensive coordinator definitely let the team down this week. He had no game plan for Mahomes and Kelsey, and they basically did whatever they wanted to out there. It seems like the Panthers would have been able to beat any other team in the NFL this week, but not the defending champs. They've come a long way, and their season was not going to be judged here. They're a little too early, but Christian McCaffrey is definitely a beast, and they're going to be all right as long as they can keep him healthy. The Chiefs look really good in this game. Patrick Mahomes had a historic game and became the youngest player to throw for 100 touchdowns in his career. And in case you didn't know, Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the NFL. The Chiefs look every bit like the defending champs, and they were high-powered. Tyreek Hill is always a problem. But I want to say this, the defense does not look good as it did last year. It was the reason that the Carolina Panthers even have a chance of winning this game. The defense is giving up high numbers, and they've looked susceptible to the pass. But all in all, Patrick Mahomes is going to keep them in every single game. And that Ferrari pad play is amazing. I don't think that's the last time we're going to see that this season. So big ups to the Chiefs. They're definitely going to be a tough out in the AFC, as they usually are. Alright, you guys, that's going to do it for this video. That was the top 3 games from Week 9 of the NFL. Make sure you guys leave a comment on the question of the week, which is going to be, which team has the best opportunity to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Is it the Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans, Pittsburgh Steelers, or the Baltimore Ravens? Also, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, leave a subscription. The subscription will really help your boy out. New channel, trying to grow as fast as I can. I appreciate you guys watching the video this week. Catch you next time.